friends, welcome back. I've got some leftovers and I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. So I decided to take you guys along with me in a really quick video to show you how I'm going to create dinner for my family tonight using mostly leftovers. I am throwing in some fresh protein into it, but let me show you what I can put together. And I can't remember if I already showed you guys this dish on my channel, but if I have, you get to see it again. If not, here's a new one, and again, super quick and easy way to use up leftovers so we're not wasting any food. I had 5 ears of corn. I've already taken them off. These were just boiled in water. And so what I also have is potatoes. I have the little baby potatoes. I had cut them in half, tossed them in olive oil, and then coated them in seasoning and baked them in the oven. And these were really good. We just had quite a few left over. And so this is a simple dish. It just is chicken with Cajun. I already added the seasoning and the olive oil. I just need to stir it together. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a quick stir to make sure the chicken is coated with the olive oil and the Cajun seasoning. I will be adding more Cajun seasoning to it, but not to the chicken just itself, but to the entire dish. And I'll show that to you guys in just a moment. And that is it. You don't have to you can do this ahead of time and you can let it marinate in the Cajun seasoning, but it's not necessary. So let's get this cooking. Let me show you how quick and easy this is to put together. You're gonna go ahead and get this chicken cooking. This should only take a few minutes to cook for 3 to 5 minutes, maybe tops. I want to sear it, cook it all the way through, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it out of the pan, and then we're going to add in the potatoes and corn, get those heated through, and then toss this all back together. I will be back as soon as this is done cooking. Okay, so the chicken is done. If you coat it like I did and you can't tell, a couple different ways to double check and make sure. You can use your thermometer and just make sure your chicken reads 165 at a minimum. As soon as it does, then the chicken is ready. I always like to check a couple of pieces to make sure. It is getting super close. So I said ready, not quite. Most of the pieces are, but we just want to make sure that you only put the thermometer about halfway through so you're not touching the pan, because that can give you a false reading. Yeah, real good. But you always want to make sure that the chicken is done. A lot of times you can tell just by touching it, it'll be a lot more firm. But if you do coat the chicken, just always make sure that you double check the temperature to make sure it's done. So I'm going to dump this here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the potatoes. Pop those in. Just going to toss in a little extra olive oil. And we're going to get these heating through. And when these are close to browning back up and heating through, then I'm going to go ahead and add in the corn. I'm going to flip them over, cut side down just to brown them up a little bit more. That's how I cook them in the oven. And so that way they'll get crispy again. Okay, they're all flipped over, so I'm just going to let them cook like this. Okay, they're flipped over. Little sprinkle. Okay, so the seasoning I used on these originally was Kinder Sweet Heat. I don't think that's going to conflict with the Cajun at all, so we're just going to, that's why we're going to utilize these in this dish. So I'm going to let these brown up and then add the corn. Okay, it's only been about 4 minutes and they're already starting to brown, so I'm going to flip them over. so they can start crisping up on the other side. If your heat is too hot and they're getting a little bit crispier than you want, just turn it down. I tend to like my potatoes more on the crispy side, so I don't mind. Okay, now that these are crispy and flipped over, I'm going to go ahead and add, let's just add the corn. Right, so now that I've got the corn broken down, typically when I make this recipe, I'll use just canned corn, but because I have the fresh and again it was leftovers, I want to make sure we're using it all up. This is a lot more corn than I normally do, but it's what I've got on hand and it'll work. It'll give dinner tonight and definitely dinner tomorrow night or lunch. I'm going to drop in the chicken. And I'm just going to toss this together, but we are going to add in some more Cajun seasoning. And then we'll add in just a little bit of salt because that corn was not salted, so we do want to add in some additional salt. And you can add as much or as little as you like. I just usually eyeball this part. And it is looking a little dry to an extent because of the seasoning and everything I've added. So what I do at this point is add in some additional olive oil to help that Cajun seasoning get mixed in over everything. Now you can do this dish and cook it with butter if you want. It would be my preferred way, but I am trying to keep dairy out of it. Just because it makes it easier for one of our daughters to eat it, as long as there's no dairy. And got the salt. I just used a couple of pinches of salt. As you can see, you can salt to taste. I've made this so many times, I just kind of know by eyeballing it. And this was just something I kind of created in the kitchen, utilizing some different ingredients, and it's worked real well. And the family really likes it. So if you want to add dairy and cook it with butter, you can also add cheese into this as well, or top it with cheese individually for those who want it. And there you go. That is it. That's all you have to do, and this skillet dinner is done. That's it. Super simple, super easy to do. You could probably classify it as a 30-minute meal or less. Doesn't even really take that long to put together, but I feel like that's probably the best way to categorize it. It's super easy, super simple, and you could change up the seasoning. If you don't like Cajun, you can use your other favorite seasoning. It's just a great way for me to utilize leftovers so they don't go to waste, and then we can enjoy this dish with some fresh Florida corn, because in the summertime, how could you not eat corn? It's so, so good. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me on this really quick video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.